Snow here at Oro Valley. I am Sergeant De Leon, retired. I am looking for my correct benefits and um, I'm advocating for myself. The best thing you can do to help me is do some complaining for me. Help me out with it. It's Juan Siscomani, Kirsten Cinema, Andy Biggs of Arizona. You can contact them online. Just say, hey, I got a dude. He's a dude that needs some help and get to it. What's up, right? I contacted Kirsten Cinema and I tell you guys, um, it's like it's a kid's show. The staff handles all these things. They're supposed to deal with a lot of stuff without trying to contact Kirsten Cinema. So it's the staff I'm dealing with. I want to talk to Kirsten Cinema, man. I need some expertise. I need some time. I need some patience with listening to my case. But no, I have to deal with somebody who has to make a sort of a dent in their credibility to say, look how many things I got done today. That's what I'm dealing with. The status quo, so to speak. This is sick, man. Here I am asking for some serious help. I'm trying to keep a positive attitude by playing my guitar and doing everything I'm supposed to do. And here I have to deal with a political staff. Here I am suffering, making it look easy. I'm telling you guys, I make it look easy. Okay, as a matter of fact, I got to take my Percocet to perk my ass up. Hold on a minute. I'll get to the Percocet because, um, it's getting a bad rap right now, especially with the fentanyl all going around. You know, you know what? Go ahead and make Percocet a little harder to get for the people who actually really need to take it. You know, everybody's got a negative spin on it. I'm telling you guys, man. And you know what I'd rather do is something like, oh, I just came up with that just now. What do you think? Like just right now. I don't know, dude. Everybody trying something. All right. Well, whatever, But if it wasn't for the Percocet, I'm trying to tell you guys, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. See, what's going on is I have to diagnose myself. It's a serious situation, you guys. I have to diagnose myself because the VA is playing this medical neglect situation with me. They're not following their own protocols and policies to give me a diagnosis, two of which of which is more probable than not is the benefit of the doubt clause. Okay? Which means if it looks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it's a motherfucking duck. Okay? But the VA is not using that clause. Okay? Instead, they're going to play this little purgatory game of putting me in this position where they kick the narrative can down the road for years and years and years, misguiding me, telling me to do this, file for that, do that. When all this time goes by, okay, and you know what the worst part about it is, right? You know what the worst part about this whole situation I've been battling for like 8 to 10 years is I'm getting worse. That's the worst part. Is as I'm going through this, you know, I'm more and more susceptible to a stroke. You know, with all this paralysis and motor dysfunction. You know, with again with the medication. You know, if I didn't fight for this, if I didn't fight for this medication, I would not have it right now. I had to fight for it because the VA is neglectfully not giving me a diagnosis to offer me this medication as an option. I have to fight for it and do my own research and be my own doctor and say, look, you know, opioids do way much more than just make you feel good and for pain, they say. Ibuprofen does a lot better than opioids, but opioids does take away a lot of the sharp pinnacle peak of the pain, and it keeps your mind busy on other things. Okay, now what works for me with this is that opioids also help work with motor function. It helps produce to send signals to cells that are supposed to produce certain chemicals to help another cell do its own thing, to do its thing. So if one cell isn't getting enough dopamine and serotonin, which opioids help me with, I wouldn't have any energy. I wouldn't have any charisma. I wouldn't have anything. I'd just be down in the dirt, probably talking about suicide. But see, the VA doesn't look into that. All they're saying is we can't give you opioids. You have to be on. You have to have cancer. Well, you know, I'm pretty damn close to it. You know, with a motor function, dysfunctional and fine motor function dysfunction. You know, pretty soon I'm gonna be having heart attacks and seizures and shitting in my pants and doing. I mean, this is absurd, you guys. This is absurd, completely absurd. I know people who are in my company that had got a Purple Heart walking around. Some of them are police officers. If it looks like a duck and it sounds like a duck, it's a damn duck. That's a clause that the VA has supposed to benefit of the doubt clause. It's supposed to help me out in this situation, right? It got a little complicated in the beginning because, yes, I was working when I got back, but I was having problems with my back. You know, it's your typical scenario. You know, I'm tougher than, my sensibility. And I finished my tour, right? I got honorable discharge. I did everything right. You know, as a matter of fact, I want to bitch about this a little bit. So I'm in the Army, right? I'm like the Mr. Gun Ho motherfucker, right? I mean, if something has to happen, these people are like, don't ever raise your hand and volunteer. Well, I was the one raising my hand because I didn't give a shit. You know, I was face to face wanting to deal with IEDs. I'm like, where's the IED? Shit, I'll kick an IED in the motherfucking ass. Right? I wanted to do everything, and I did. So as I was moving along in my tour, you know what kind of accommodations I got? I would get meritorious. Oh, we got to combine these and give you something else. How about one of these instead? So like 4 or 5 or 6 different accommodations. Well, you know what I came home with? Because I ended up breaking my night vision goggles. and leaving them behind on my truck. I rolled over them, and so I got reprimanded for it. And when you go to exit your deployment and receive your awards, and they take a picture of you, I didn't get shit because I was flagged. I was flagged. So no, you know what? I got a participation award, the AAM or the AA, whatever it is. Hey, thanks for participating in doing hard ass work, getting a TBI and a back injury and a hand injury. Fuck off, go home and have a bad time with it. Well, that's exactly what's happening to me. I'm trying to get these people, these political nitwits, to help me out. We're trying to get the VA to open their damn head and say, look, what the hell's wrong with us, man? You're a veteran. You have some proof of having injury. That's good enough for us. Plus, where else would you get this dumb shit from? You have all this fucking shit going on with you. You know, you didn't get it walking around in the park, right? I mean, it's like calling a Vietnam vet and saying, hey, you got Agent Orange while sitting on the toilet. Bunch of bullshit, man. You know, it's been years, man. I've been fighting it. Well, I started waking up about a year ago and saying, you know, they're just fucking around me. But when I die, ain't nobody gonna know nothing, what my true benefits are, all this shit. Right? It's absurd. So here I am, vamping. I gotta listen to this shit on TV of how much money our government wastes on other shit, and I'm here begging for a penny or a couple of dollars to say, look, I need the right diagnosis, I need the right benefits, I need the right this, I need the right that. You know, I can't. I gotta argue with everything I do. You know, I'm trying to get benefits. I'm trying to get wheelchairs. I'm trying to get medication. I'm trying to do everything that I can, that I'm supposed to be earning in a simple way and receiving it instead of begging for it on my knees. Bunch of bullshit, right? But no, we rather talk about transgender, and we rather talk about them teaching our kids how to accept people who want to be clowns. You want to dress like a fucking clown? Here, accept us. Let's spend more money on fighting the issue. Let's spend more money on sending it to Ukraine. God bless them. But, you know, it's like, hey, how much money are we wasting? And then, you know, we got this, all these people are passing me up. You know, here we go with this Palestine, right? In Ohio or Nebraska, whatever the hell, Indiana. They're going to get paid before I do. They're going to start getting care before I do. You know, I went from Kuwait border all the way to the border of Syria in smoke-filled, burned bodies. Right? Shit everywhere. Burning shit, burning bodies, burning chemicals. Fuck the burn piss, just people burning them because they ain't got no fucking waste management over there. What they got is a fucking hole in the ground. They burn their own shit. And I have to ride through that. You know? It's like nobody gives a fuck. So I take my Percocet and I have to fight to keep it. Do you still need it? No, I want to fucking give it to you, you dumb shit. Here, you take it. Here, you keep it. Fucking idiot. What kind of question is that, man? They don't want to look into the positive effects that it helps me with because they're too afraid to give me a diagnosis and go back on the doctor's word by saying, no, there's nothing wrong with this dude. Literally saying there's nothing wrong with me. You guys fucking believe it, man. I wish I could drink beer. So again, y'all can help me out. Juan Ciscomani, Kirsten Cinema, Andy Biggs. I'm looking for an independent journalist. I can have it all bundled up and send it to some of these newssters. See if they accept it. See if they want to help a veteran. I don't know, but if you're a person, we could do that. It's Marco.A.DeLeon, the number one at gmail.com. That's DELEON, the number one at gmail.com. Give me a holler, and maybe it's a paid situation. I don't know, but I don't mind. But let's see how extensive it could be. I want to get some help and, try to get some of the shit moving so I could, get what I need. All right, I got to book it, y'all.